Hello, welcome. So, when you don't feel safe or you feel that your boundaries have been infringed upon, that affects your root chakra energy. And this energy center is the framework that the rest of your energy system is built upon. You could call it the mother energy because it's grounded, it's stable, it's certain, and it resonates physical strength. Hi, my name is Lee and welcome to Energetics and Food Inspiration this week. We're looking at 3 cards this week that are going to inspire you, I hope. One of them, or the group that this card is coming from, has shown up every week for the last 4 weeks, so that's really interesting. But the energetics and food inspiration sessions are here to connect you with your body's energy centers or chakras and help you to identify the foods and actions that support these centers so that you can choose for your best self and notice the effect that the food has on your energy and emotions in body, mind, and spirit. The relationship that we have with food and how we eat can be a clue to how we approach everything else in our lives. And the universal law of creation shows us that the outside world is a reflection of our inner world. So as within, so without. And every time we eat, we have a chance to bring our health to a higher state, or to maintain our current state, or to add upon an expanding list of symptoms that develop into dis-ease. So join me each week as I guide you and inspire you with food choices and the energy systems that are influenced by them in your body each day. The first card this week is again from the first chakra, the root chakra. And the universe, I think, is really wanting us to pay attention to the energy center. And why would that be? Well, it's the first energy center. And as I mentioned, it is the framework that the rest of our energy system is built upon. You could call it the mother energy because it's grounded, it's stable, certain, and it resonates with physical strength. So when we have this physical energy working well, then we feel and know that we can survive well enough in this world. And survival is not the only thing about the root chakra. It's also about defending ourselves with a healthy immune system and a defense barrier that our skin provides, and effective adrenals that allow us to fight or flee when our lives depend upon it. It's about feeling safe and secure within your community, feeling at home, and I put that in inverted commas, at home with yourself, with your family, and the larger community. So when you don't feel safe or you feel that your boundaries have been infringed upon, that affects your root chakra energy, as is your energy affected when you find that it's hard to stick up for yourself, or you always have to watch your back. These could be indicators that your energy center is unbalanced. So let's see what this first card invites us to do. I trust my eating instincts. Our instincts are the visceral responses we have to a person or a situation or an event. There's no thinking which happens in the mind. It's an immediate response from the body. We just know. And as we grow up, we tend to ignore these instincts. We distracted. we're too busy, and we use our mind to rationalize the instinct. And when this happens, we lose the ability to recognize these instinctive impulses. We actually stop trusting our innate wisdom. Now, when it comes to food, it's instinctual for babies to know when they're hungry. But as adults, when we have time or when our schedule dictates, that's when we eat. And also when we're in emotional turmoil, that's when we eat. So this is really interesting that this card is inviting us to trust our eating instincts. It's suggesting that we tap into our own eating rhythm. And when you do eat, this is really important, include proteins to ground you, healthy fats to maintain the membrane around every cell in your body and manage dry skin, healthy hair, inflammation, and the last thing that you want to always include is fiber to aid in digestion, to feed your gut flora and provide a variety of phytonutrients that are essential for balanced health and longevity. Now, have we met? In case we haven't, my name is Lee van Breda. I am a reformed supermom, hormone specialist, and nutrition health coach. And my purpose is to help women in their mid-40s and 50s to prioritize themselves again, first through their food choices and then through prioritizing themselves in the decisions that they make and the actions that they take each day, so that they can always have a cup that is full and that they're giving from their overflow. And I do this with practical step-by-step processes so that my clients see food as nurturing and that they can identify the triggers that lead to stress eating and create routines that lead to a stronger, happier, more confident woman in midlife. So that's who I am. Welcome. Let me know who you are. Tell me where you're watching from. And if you happen to be watching this on the replay, leave a hashtag replay. So let's move on to the second card. The second card is from the third energy center, and it has shown up before, this particular card. I savor the sweetness of life rather than seek sweeteners in food. So interesting. As we head towards February, the love month, and New Year's resolutions are a distant memory, give yourself a score out of 10, where 10 is the highest, and rate yourself on how sweet your life is right now. If you are lower down the scale, maybe you feel you cannot be inspired, or you cannot inspire others, or you feel exhausted from working too hard and for too long, or you find yourself thinking over and over, analyzing everything to the point of confusion and indecision. When your inner fire is fizzling rather than sizzling and the weight of responsibilities is heavy, it's obvious to look for comfort in something sweet, because these foods are soothing, they're tranquilizing, and they offer temporary refuge. Sweet foods distract you from what's really going on in your life. On the flip side, though, your body requires stable blood sugars, it requires reduced stress levels, and potentially it requires more sweetness in your life. So when we feel drained, we need to look at which external factors are affecting us. And this card invites us to find other ways to nourish ourselves and find sweetness in life. So what could you do to add more sweetness to your life? Where could you take a little bit of time to add that sweetness. Would you like a personal energetics and food inspiration session with me? Each month, I offer a limited number of personal, energetic, and food inspiration sessions, and I will make a recording for you once I have some background information from you, and then we'll have a private session to answer any questions you may have once you have listened to the recording. It's a great way to get personalized food and lifestyle habits guidance for yourself, and if you would like that, then leave EFI in the comments and I will send you my calendar scheduler to book your session. So let's move on to the third card now. This card is from the fourth energy center, the heart chakra. And it states, I open my heart and circulation with green leafy vegetables. Will you agree with me that the heart is a position of giving and receiving? And that's the crux, because all too often we find ourselves giving more than we receive. And if that is the case for you, then the heart center becomes unbalanced. And if you ever find yourself giving your time to others but not to yourself, or finding it difficult to say no, leave a 1 in the comments if that is you, or you take on others' emotions for them. Maybe you even feel resentful for all the giving and giving and giving that you do without the same in return. So those are indicators that your heart chakra could possibly be out of balance. And what we really need is compassion. Compassion is when we feel a desire to help another, but we know how they're because we know how they're feeling, but we do not take on their emotions as our own. And with the accumulation of our life experiences, this has an impact on our circulation system. Stress can lead to the hardening of the arteries, which means there is more constriction and less expansion. So this card invites us to incorporate leafy green vegetables because the phytonutrients will help to expand the circulatory system. Two important nutrients that help to protect the heart are found in leafy greens. One is folate and the other is vitamin K. So folate assists in DNA replication and protects us against a compound called homocysteine, which is linked to injury in the blood vessels. And then vitamin K plays a role in bone metabolism and the flow of blood. When we don't have enough vitamin K, we're not able to clot blood well enough to stop us bleeding. And that's a problem if we have an accident or injury. So including spinach, chard, lettuce, rocus or arugula, any leafy greens really into your salads and smoothies and stir fries is going to help to improve that circulatory system and support it better. Now, at the time of this recording, I have space to work with 4 women who are ready to unlock their mojo, razzle dazzle, and have a healthier relationship with their body and a positive frame of mind to enjoy the next phase of life by releasing cravings, releasing hot flashes and poor sleep. And these women that I work with no longer want to follow a diet cycle of restriction and willpower. So if you'd like to know more about how you can work with me inside of the Harmonize Your Hormones Method 2.0, then leave a comment below. Me will suffice. or send me a private Facebook message or DM, and we can look at how I can help you to move into the next phase of your life with confidence and peace. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this, leave me some love and share it with a friend. And let me know which of these cards you are going to be focusing on for the coming week. See you next week, and thanks for joining me today.